I'd like to call the meeting to order. Mr. Superintendent?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Tonight, we have 3 students representing our school to do our Pledge of Allegiance. These students participated in the SkillsUSA National Signing Day event on May 8th, 2019. For those of you that don't know what that is, the signing event is an event that celebrates thousands of high school seniors dedicated to pursuing a career in their skilled trades. They were recognized for their dedication to pursue a career in residential wiring, building trades, HVAC, or plumbing, and for joining a sector in high school that demands to continue to face an immense labor shortage. Jalen McNeil is a senior in the carpentry program. He's planning to work in the Carpenters Union after graduation. His favorite thing about carpentry program is learning all of the different areas of the field. Craig Murphy is a senior in the HVAC program. He will be working full-time with deconomy, plumbing, heating, and cooling. He enjoys the diversity of work in his program and that there's always work to do. Christina Shoemaker is a senior in the carpentry program. She's planning to continue working at Friend Lumber and join the Carpenters Union. She enjoys the hands-on aspect of her shop and learning something new every day. I'd like to invite Jalen, Craig, and Christina to lead the school committee in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We'll see you at graduation.
As soon as they're done shaking hands, when you start speaking, that's what you need to say first.
For the listening audience and those at home, I'd like to remind everyone that this meeting is being recorded. Would the clerk call the roll?
Mr. Moran?
Yeah.
Mr. Bahu? Mr. Booton?
I'm here.
Mr. Tatsias?
Here.
Mr. Gigi?
Here.
Mr. O'Hare? Mr. Sheehan?
Here.
Mr. Lemay?
Here. Mr. Booton, could you see if there is anyone signed to speak?
There's nobody, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
School committee communications?
Yeah.
There's none.
Okay, no school committee communications. Will
I did have one. I
Go.
did have a school committee communication. I think we all received something from the parent organization doing a golf tournament coming up next month.
Okay.
Everybody would have got emailed it today, and in the past, we've, as members, bought a whole, I think it was 8 of us, $125 each as a donation, and we get a sponsor hole. No?
We used to do an ad for the charitable foundation
Oh,
golf tournament.
Yeah.
different one?
Yep.
Okay.
We have the report of the student representative, please.
Student council members attended the ADL's Word of Difference 22nd Annual Youth Congress in Boston on March 30th. Here, students learned how to identify different types of prejudice that are still found in schools today. Students took part in a number of leadership workshops that helped teach them to speak up and speak out against prejudice. The math team participated in a math meet at Tri-County Regional Vocational Technical High School on May 2nd. Students Abby Geengrass, Tudu, Patrick Sexton, Jake Matuziak, and Greg Murphy had a great performance. Students from the freshman and the sophomore class committees participated in the Merrimack Valley Food Bank's annual spring pantry raid. They assisted with dropping off donation bags in neighborhoods surrounding the school. Donations collected during the pantry raid allow the pantry to provide low-income families with healthy food options. The freshman and sophomore class are also planning a field trip to JG's on Wednesday, May 28th as an end-of-the-year celebration. Members of Environmental Club are planning their annual end-of-the-school trip to Kimball's Farm. GLTHS students and members from Project Purple, Drama Club, and NTHS will be participating in the Lowell General Hospital Team Walk for Cancer Care on May 19th. Students are currently fundraising for the event and are gearing up to walk in it this weekend. Congratulations to the GLTHS Drama Club, who put on a wonderful production of 14 Lines by Alan Hale and 10 Ways to Survive the End of the World by Don Zaldas. This show was a great success. The senior class is getting excited for their senior week activities. June 3rd is the Apex Entertainment in Marlborough, Mass. June 4th, the Hypnotist and Chunkies. June 5th is the senior breakfast at Lindsay's. June 6th is graduation rehearsal, followed by June 7th, the graduation commencement. Boys volleyball has been up to its typical winning ways. The Griffins are primed for an MIAA tourney qualification as well as a state vocational tourney berth as the regular season heads into the home stretch with big league games against Greater Lawrence, Salem, Somerville, and Essex Tech. The baseball and softball teams are both positioned for MIAA tournament spots, with baseball having run off 7 straight wins. Baseball also could earn a spot in the state vocational tourney. Track and field recently competed at the state vocational meet on May 13th, with several runners finishing among the top spots. The Griffins will wrap up their regular season on May 18th at the CAC League meet. The boys and girls lacrosse teams have battled all season long and have continued to grow the programs in a positive direction. The Lady Griffins are 3 wins away from earning their first ever MIAA tournament spot as of May 14th. Griffins tennis has continued their recent dominance of the CAC this season. The team will look to capture their 5th straight league title on May 23rd when they host the CAC League match.
Thank you very much for that report.
Thank you. Have a nice
Request looking for the approval of the April 11th minutes. Vote. Clerk call the roll.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu? Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare? Mr. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes. You have the report.
Wait. You're asking them to waive the reading.
Okay. The chair would like to waive the reading of the report of the treasurer and approval of the warrant. For a vote.
Motion to waive the
Committeeman
reading.
Booton, second by Mr. Tatsias.
This is to waive the reading. Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu? Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Tatsias? Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare? Mr. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes. That is for the sum of $7,067,264.78.
Make a motion.
Motion.
Sheehan?
Mr. Sheehan, seconded by Mr. Moran.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu? Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Tatsias? Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare? Mr. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes. We have a report of general counsel. Welcome, Counselor.
Good evening, how are you?
Hi.
So I am happy to report tonight that since the last meeting, I have heard from DESE's Office of Regional Governance, and they have approved the amendments that were made to the regional service agreement. So we are free now to go ahead and send those amendments to your member communities so that they can put there on their next vote to have that approved. That will be the next step in that. Once we get the necessary approval from them, then we have to report back to DESE to have your amendments finalized. But the process has been moving forward. They also did recommend that at some point, it's a very old agreement, as you know. At some point, they recommended that we undertake a more comprehensive review just to make sure the agreement is fully up to date in compliance with the law. But baby steps first. Let's get your First Amendment approved. So I don't know whether you would like myself to notify the member communities or Cheryl if this is something that you would do. I'm happy to work with her in the superintendent's office to let them know.
I mean, on Drake, it's that we have all summer in order to do that, because we won't, next town meeting's not till November, middle of November, so
So it's not 10.
Yeah,
it's too late for that.
unfortunately, it's probably too late for
Yeah.
to get on, most of the spring ones, but you can at least try to get them on the fall ones
Yep.
if they are. So you've got some time.
And who was it that requested we go through the
Yeah, we already did it.
the original agreement?
That would be the Office of Regional Governance. We had sent them only the amendments that were made that this group voted on, as well as the amendments that came through the consent decree. Technically, that consent decree should have been sent to DESI for their approval, so they actually approved both changes to the consent decree and the changes that were here. As part of that review, they said, we would recommend that you undertake a more thorough review of your agreement.
Well, I think the board would need to go through that.
Yeah, and I can reach out to her. They said they'd be happy to help with that process. They might even have some recommendations, but I can call them and see what their thoughts are on that.
Yeah, I believe it's 67, right? Yeah.
Something, yeah, I don't have it in front of me. It was in the 60s, I believe. Yeah. So that is my report for you.
Thank you.
Accept the report
Thank you.
report of progress from the general counsel? No? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Report of the superintendent director.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. At this time, I'd like to invite Ms. Davis to present the top 10 seniors.
Getting near that time of year again. That time of year again.
Where you want it to go, Joe?
So my back isn't towards the fan.
Sure.
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored and privileged to be here to recognize 10 outstanding students who have achieved academic and technical excellence and represent our school core values of respect, effort, accountability, commitment, and honesty. I'd like to begin with Andy Penn. Andy Penn is the son of Connie Penn of Lowell. Andy is ranked 10th in the class of 2019. His technical program of study is electronics. He has maintained a rigorous course of study, which includes honors and advanced placement courses. Andy participates in the Cooperative Education program, working at Princeton Technology. Andy's school and volunteer activities include National Technical Honor Society, National Honor Society, track and field, and peer tutoring. Andy is the recipient of the following awards: Most Outstanding in Shop, grade 10 and 11, and special recognition in pre-calculus. Andy is also the recipient of the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship. Andy plans to attend the University of Massachusetts Lowell and pursue a degree in computer science. He hopes to someday become a software developer and move to California. The number 10th ranked student in the class of 2019, Andy Penn. David Traynor. David Traynor is the son of David and Ann Traynor of Drake. David is ranked 9th in the class of 2019. David's technical program is engineering technology. David has maintained a rigorous course of studies, which includes honors and advanced placement classes. David participates in the Cooperative Education program and is employed by BAE Systems. David's school and community activities include National Technical Honor Society, National Honor Society, swim and dive team, track and field, and visiting residents of Greystone Farm Senior Facility. In addition, David has provided unconditional support to his sister Kelly, a student with significant disabilities who attended our school and today continues to care and advocate for her and model empathy to his peers. David is the recipient of the following awards: Outstanding Achievement in Engineering, High Honor Roll Junior Senior Year, and Special Recognition in Algebra 2 Honors. David is also the recipient of the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship. He plans to attend the University of Massachusetts Lowell, majoring in mechanical engineering. He hopes to someday become a robotics engineer, own his own company, retire early, and move someplace nice. The number 9 ranked student in the class of 2019, David
for you.
Trainer.
Very nice.
Ethan Castillo. Ethan Castillo is the son of Karen Castillo of Lowell. Ethan is ranked 8 in the class of 2019. Ethan's technical program is Programming and Web Development. He participates in the Cooperative Education Program and is currently employed by IBM Watson Foundation Year. Ethan's school and community activities include National Technical Honor Society, National Honor Society, and SkillsUSA. Ethan is the recipient of the following awards: Honor Roll and SkillsUSA Bronze Medal in District Competition for Internet Working. Ethan is also the recipient of the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship. He plans to enter the world of work as a full-time employee upon graduation. The number 8th ranked student in the class of 2019, Ethan Castillo. Aria Rowberry. Aria Rowberry is the daughter of Vong Rowberry and Angela Rowberry of Drake. Aria is ranked 7th in the class of 2019. Aria's technical program of study is electronics. She has maintained a rigorous course of study, which has included honors and advanced placement classes. Aria's school and volunteer activities include National Technical Honor Society, National Honor Society, Katie's Closet, Cancer Walk, and 68 Hours of Hunger, and the Wish Project. Aria is the recipient of the following awards: Honor Roll and High Honor Roll, Academic Achievement in AP Literature, and Outstanding Effort in Electronics. Aria is also the recipient of the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship. She plans to attend the University of Massachusetts Lowell to pursue a degree in computer science before pursuing a career in her chosen field. The number 7th ranked student in the class of 2019, Aria Rowberry. Anderson Nuve. Anderson Nuve is the son of Tia Nuve and Lee Tian Iv of Lowell. Anderson is ranked 6th in the class of 2019. Anderson's technical program is Programming and Web Development. Anderson has maintained a rigorous course of study, which includes honors, dual enrollment, and advanced placement classes. He participated in the Cooperative Education Program with Imperial Image as an e-commerce intern. Anderson's school and volunteer activities include National Technical Honor Society, National Honor Society, Duville Senior Center, Bay State Marathon, and 68 Hours of Hunger, and Senior Graduation 2018. Anderson has received the following awards: High Honors and Honor Roll. Anderson is also the recipient of the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship. He plans to attend the University of Massachusetts Lowell to pursue a degree in computer science. Anderson's future plans include working in the computer science field and hopes to continue working to give back to the community. The number 6th ranked student in the class of 2019, Anderson Nuve. Jordan Pereira. Jordan Pereira is the son of David and Heather Pereira of Lowell. Jordan is ranked 5th in the class of 2019. Jordan's technical program is Program and Web Development. Jordan has maintained a rigorous course of study, which includes honors, dual enrollment, and advanced placement classes. He participates in the Cooperative Education Program at IBM, working in software development. Jordan's school and community activities include National Technical Honor Society, National Honor Society, SkillsUSA, Student Government Treasurer, Anime Club, Peer Tutor, Bay State Marathon, and 68 Hours of Hunger, and an open house volunteer. Jordan is the recipient of the following awards: SkillsUSA Gold at Districts for Internet Working, SkillsUSA Silver at States, Chapter Business Procedures, High Honor Roll and Third Ranked Student Award, 9th grade. Jordan is also the recipient of the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship. He has been accepted at Southern New Hampshire University in cybersecurity and Capella University in IT information assurance and cybersecurity. Jordan hopes to pursue a career as a cybersecurity analyst. The number 5th ranked student in the class of 2019, Jordan Pereira. Maggie Acosta Batista. Maggie Acosta Batista is the daughter of Jorge Ivan Acosta Lopez and Emeline Batista Torres of Lowell. Maggie is ranked 4th in the class of 2019. Maggie's technical program is medical laboratory and assisting. She has maintained a rigorous course of study, which includes honors, dual enrollment, and advanced placement. She participates in the Cooperative Education Program and is employed by the Office of Dr. Yamangela. Maggie's school and community activities include National Technical Honor Society, National Honor Society, President of the Bible Club, Sunday Bible School teacher, fundraiser for Puerto Rico, and volunteering at school events. Maggie is the recipient of the following awards and scholarships: High Honor Roll, Clarendon Scholarship, and Massachusetts Scholarship. Maggie plans to attend Gordon College, majoring in biology. She hopes to someday work as a pediatrician in the mission field. The number 4th ranked student in the class of 2019, Maggie Acosta Batista. McKenzie Faria. McKenzie Faria is the daughter of Joe and Jessica Faria of Dracut. McKenzie is ranked 3rd in the class of 2019. McKenzie's technical program is medical laboratory and assisting. She has maintained a rigorous course of study, which includes honors, dual enrollment, and advanced placement courses. McKenzie is a member of the National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society. She is involved in the following volunteer and community service activities: Duville Carnival and Walkathon, Bay State Marathon, City of Lights Parade, 8th grade open house, National Technical Honor Society Flowergram fundraisers, N68 Hours of Hunger, Senior Award Night, Back to School Night, and graduation ceremonies. McKenzie is the recipient of the following awards: High Honor Roll, grades 9 through 11. Honor Roll, Term 1 and 2 of grade 12. Special Recognition Award in Geometry Honors, and Special Recognition Award in Medical Assisting. McKenzie hopes to pursue a career in the medical field. She has been accepted at Fitchburg State University, UMass Lowell, Merrimack College, Revere University, and Salem State University. The number 3 ranked student in the class of 2019, McKenzie Faria. Vince Macaisip. Vince Macaisip is the son of Florenci Macaisip and Jennifer Bustos of Lowell. He is a student who has excelled in the programming and web development program. Vince is ranked number 2 and is the salutatorian of the class of 2019. Vince has maintained a rigorous course of study, which includes honors and advanced placement courses. He has earned multiple certifications in his technical area, including creating databases, coding, and networking fundamentals. Vince is a member of the National Technical Honor Society, National Honor Society, and SkillsUSA. He has competed in the district level of skills and won a silver medal in networking. In addition to his academic and technical accomplishments, Vince is a dedicated volunteer at his church, Iglesia Ni Cristo, where he has been involved in a variety of activities, including weekly Aid for Humanity fundraisers and Worldwide Walk. Vince plans to pursue an undergraduate degree in computer science at the University of Massachusetts, Lowell. The number 2 ranked student and the class salutatorian of 2019, Vince Maka Isip. Nicholas Fisher. Nicholas Fisher is the son of Gary and Brenda Fisher of Dracut. He is a student in the Programming and Web Development program. Nicholas is ranked number 1 and is the valedictorian of the class of 2019. Nicholas has maintained a rigorous course of study, which includes honor and advanced placement courses. He has consistently earned perfect attendance, high honor roll status, and has ranked number 1 in his class of 524 students since his freshman year. Nicholas is a member of the National Technical Honor Society, National Honor Society, Student Council, Project Purple, and SkillsUSA, where he won a silver medal at States for job interview. He has earned multiple certifications in his technical area. In addition to his school and leadership activities, Nicholas has maintained a cooperative education position employed by IBM in Littleton, Mass. Excuse me. He is a 3-season athlete and a member of the swim and dive, tennis, and golf teams. In addition, Nicholas enjoys volunteering with the Police Explorers and his school's community service initiatives. He is the recipient of the John and Abigail Adams Scholarship. This year, he was also named the Outstanding Vocational Technical Student of the Year for Greater Lowell Technical High School and was honored at the awards banquet on April 11th. I am proud to announce that Nicholas has been accepted into the United States Coast Guard Academy, where he will study cybersecurity and upon completion be commissioned as an officer in the United States Coast Guard. The number 1 ranked student and the class valedictorian of 2019, Nicholas Fisher. In closing, I just would like to thank you all for coming, and also thank all of you as parents for the support you've given your students over the last 4 years. Without your support and without our partnership with all of you, I don't think these students could have made the accomplishments that they've made. So give yourself a round of applause. And we're very proud of them and like to wish them well. Thank you.
Great job.
Awesome.
That was Mom.
Yay.
You did a great job.
Congratulations.
Yeah, those are some accomplishments, huh?
Awesome.
One thing I never had, perfect attendance.
I was always trying to figure out how to get out of it.
Yeah, it must be that, I don't know.
Thank you again.
Now, let's see, where do we go now?
No, Joe's gonna continue.
George isn't here, right?
Oh, Joe's still up.
The business manager's after it.
Just say you put it to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Enough said. Don't even say anything.
That is impressive.
Yeah, very impressive. That'd be a good text. Perfect attendance, extracurricular activities,
They had pretty good internships, too.
and yeah, numerous colleges, Coast Guard. Very good. Puts a smile on my face.
Ready?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, moving along with the superintendent's report. Number 2 is the April Cooperative Education Report. We have 198 senior students participating as of April 30th. That represents 39% of our class of 2019, and it is an increase over last year. We also have 80 junior students participating. Appreciate the good work that the co-op department and Ms. Bazanzin is working towards with this. Is excellent. Number 3 on the agenda, one of the pleasurable tasks that I have as a school leader is to be able to work with teachers and teacher leaders. When Ms. Friedman and Ms. Davis came to me back in the fall, early summer, late fall, early summer, about starting a program to be able to help our students when they come back from potentially a medical issue, or students that have the need for behavioral services. Ms. Friedman was invited here, and I had her come speak about a program called the RISE program. As you know, we've instituted that program here. It's been tremendously successful. But this committee also asked for me, Ms. Friedman, Ms. Davis, to kind of walk the talk and be able to find funding for this. So as I mentioned, it's pleasurable when we have teacher leaders that step up and want to do things and bring things to the table. And I'm pleased to report that the governor's office has funded us $92,750,000 to continue this program, to build a comprehensive behavioral health program, and to support this program going forward. Ms. Friedman's here. Congratulations. Personally, as I mentioned before, I'd like to thank you publicly for your hard work in putting this together. And I'd like to open it up to the committee if they'd like to ask a question and such.
Is this amount that is the 92,000, is this above and beyond something that we,
Yes,
it is?
yes. It's to fund the program next year.
It certainly is. To go above and beyond, we're extremely proud. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
can I speak?
Committeeman Booton,
Thank you.
yes.
I remember, it was like yesterday you were here, and we had talked about the funding. We were nervous about finding additional seed money. The superintendent was gracious enough to put himself behind this to get this going, but it's wonderful to see this type of award. It tells us that we're doing things right. My son has friends that have been at the school here, and more students are needing this, and the fact that we can provide this, it's just amazing. It's going to make them more productive. I can see the smile on your face because you're going to be able to help so many kids, and it's very genuine, and I think it's wonderful, and I appreciate you and the whole team for getting this forward, so thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Next on the agenda is a grant from the Gene Haas Foundation to support scholarships and credentialing in our manufacturing program for $18,000. This is a grant that we get periodically. It is a competitive grant. We work hard to get it. We have a relationship with Haas. Haas funds or creates a lot of the machines that we use in our machine shop. And I'm pleased to announce this grant for $18,000 for our school district. Also on the agenda, we got a small grant to continue our grassroots garden and gardening program and greenhouse. As you know, we've been pretty active in the past year in terms of getting the greenhouse going. Hopefully the weather gets better over the next couple of weeks so we can get some sunlight in there. And then we'll be able to use this from the Scotts Foundation to continue planting and programs around aquaponics.
Mr. Chairman, can I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead.
If the
Committeeman Booton.
superintendent had finished on that, as far as the grants, we seem to be obtaining more and more grants. Who is working on these? Is it a set person, or do you have the cluster chairs doing this? Do you have directors doing it, yourself, Ms. Davis?
It's a combination of a lot of different people. Myself, Ms. Davis, Ms. Bommel, some of the cluster leaders do some background work also, so we're pretty much everyone's taking a piece of the competitive piece. In terms of the entitlement grant, as you know, we get the entitlement grants from the state. A lot of it's managed from Ms. Bommel's office with help from a full-time grant administrative assistant
Okay.
to manage that, and then some from the business office also.
I just hope that this is one of the things we've been brought up over the years, that we had a person that was supposed to be out getting grants, and it seems like over the past couple of years with you here, we've been able to apply for more grants and obtain more grants, so I'm very happy to see that.
Thank you.
Anyone else have any questions?
Next item on the agenda is the approval of the 2019-20 school calendar. As you know, this was passed out this evening. It should be in front of you as a loose document, two-page loose document. This pretty much mirrors what we do every year, so the dates are pretty much representative of how we schedule things like the advisories are pretty much the second, third Thursday of October, and one in January, the same time frame.
MCAS. all that.
MCAS is pretty much, pretty dictated by that. Really, the only decision-making, it was, a little bit of the school vacations, and we made a decision to dismiss for the winter break, Christmas break, holiday break around the 20th, rather than come in one day. That was the only decision-making that we did. So it's pretty much standard, and this is ready to go out to staff pending your approval.
Any of the committee members have any questions for the superintendent on the calendar?
Motion to approve?
Oh, yeah. Motion approved by Committeeman Sheehan, second by Mr. Tatsias.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu? Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Tatsias? Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare? Mr. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Next item on the agenda, I'm seeking out-of-state approval for our SkillsUSA advisors and students to attend the national competition in Louisville, Kentucky on June 24th to the 29th. As you can see in your packet, there's a cost breakdown, approximately $24,755 will be needed. We do have that money set aside under the student activities line item to support that. We're victims of our success.
I was thinking
So
the same thing.
that's a good thing, to be able to go, and, we continue to be outstanding in this area, and this is going to be a great thing for our kids and chaperones to attend and represent us at the national conference. So we need approval.
Motion to approve?
Motion by Committeeman Moran, second by Committeeman Booton.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu? Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare? Mr. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Last item is seeking out-of-state approval for programming teacher Paula McNeil to attend the Apple AP training camp. It's in Austin, Texas. It's the only site that offers it. It's Apple's headquarters, which will enable him to teach AP courses in programming. As you know, we've made a big movement towards offering rigor and AP courses in the building. A memo outlining the details is in the package. We do have funding, a little bit out of a professional development grant, a little bit out of our regular budget to be able to support this teacher to take the AP courses and come back and teach it.
Motion to approve?
Motion approved. Mr. Booton, second by Mr. Gigi.
Yes.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu? Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare? Mr. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You're welcome. Report of the business manager.
Mr. Garabedian is attending his daughter's graduation tonight, so Ms. Reese and I are going to present the business manager's report.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
In George's package, there was a transfer request for approval totaling $378,412 to fund various departments for the reasons identified.
Motion to approve.
Motion approved by Mr. Moran, seconded by Mr. Booton. Clerk?
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu? Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare? Mr. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Next item on the business manager's agenda is we have set up a OPEB board meeting. It will be the first board meeting. As you know, we've been working towards putting the committee together. Last meeting, we actually assigned all of the committee members. We've set the date for May 30th here on site to have our first meeting for the board. Per regulation, we do need the school committee to vote and approve that date of May 30th. So I'm asking for a vote of the school committee to vote on May 30th to have our first OPEB meeting.
Question?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion, Mr. Booton, seconded by Mr. Sheehan.
Mr. Moran?
Yes.
Mr. Bahu? Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi?
Yes.
Mr. O'Hare? Mr. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Just so you know, as a case in point, the members of OPEB again, representing the school committee is the chairperson, Mr. Lemay, the superintendent, myself, the school business manager, Mr. Garabedian, the district treasurer, David Bradley, the school committee designee, which is voted by you, Mr. Moran, the employee-elect, Ms. Bomel, the retiree-elect, Mr. Minneapolis, and the resident citizen, Mr. David Tully. That is the OPEB board set up for that day. Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Great job.
Thank you.
All business? Have anything on old business?
Nope.
Okay. New business?
Under new business,
Yes.
through you, Mr. Chair, to
Committee.
the superintendent. I just have a couple of questions. One, when a student graduates, like if they're from, plumbing or electrical, is there something that, as the school, we give them like a certificate, like, Matthew Sheehan went through electrical and, through co-op or through, working in the school in the classroom, he did X amount of hours that they can give to their employee. Is that something that we do?
That is, we
Okay, all right.
multiple shops, programs, and have certain certifications that we pull together. I can actually get a list at the next meeting, so you can see it
Okay.
within the different departments, carpentry, plumbing, and such, so you can get a good handle on it. It outlines the certificate hours and how they could use that benchmark to their next certificate, which might be a little bit more lengthy if they go for continuing education.
So, based off of what you just said, the whole continuing ed part, do we, as a district, like, if a student was, went through the plumbing for 4 years, is there any kind of, if they were in the top of their class, is there any kind of discount that we would offer to them for them to continue their education here at night? Is that something that's ever been discussed, or
Not in 7 years.
No, I don't.
is that something that we could possibly look into?
Yeah, I think that's viable.
Thank you.
Viable. Actually, one of the tie-ins, I'll have to do a little research on it. One of the tie-ins, you saw that tonight with the national signing students, is that the relationship we have with the unions and the trades. And, there may be some sort of continuing ed funding for our students. I need to investigate it. I think it's a good project to
Thank you.
look at. I'm going to look at that. Thank you.
Great question.
Committeeman Booton.
Motion to adjourn? Is there anything else?
I didn't,
Board of Subcommittees.
There's none?
I'll second his motion.
I'll third it.
Okay.
If you want to stay, we'll stay.
Mr. Moran?
Yep.
Mr. Bahu? Mr. Booton?
Yes.
Mr. Tatsias?
Yes.
Mr. Gigi? Mr. O'Hare? Mr. Sheehan?
Yes.
Mr. Lemay?
Yes.
Proud of you guys.